How are you all today? Good. So, recap of what did we listen, what did we hear yesterday? There are 36 elements. The first is earth and the last is Shiva. 3 bodies, gross, subtle and causal body. Waking state, the gross body. Dreaming state, subtle body. Deep sleep, the causal body unconsciously. In meditation, causal body consciously. And that's how you draw energy. And then whatever is our fears, our anxieties, our resistance, our cravings, our aversion, those impressions stay in our subtle body. And the subtle body is the cause of next birth. That's the cause of our next birth. Now, what is the way to cleanse our subtle body? Meditation. So, when the subtle body is full of positive vibrations, high energy, that type of life comes to us. The subtle body is full of negative energy, then lower life comes where more misery happens in life. And usually in life there is a little bit of mixture of positive and negative. If it is all positive, then it is angelical body. If it's all negative, it is demonical. If it is a mix of positive and a little bit of negative, human birth, human body. So that is how it all happens, and it's happening. Now you are attached to somebody. Yesterday there was a question how to detach from the people whom I am too much attached. One is through knowledge. When you get to know the knowledge, oh, this is all just the spirit is one, and we are one, already one. The second, that's through knowledge. Second is giving them something. You know, you are too attached to somebody, you give them a gift, your attachment gets reduced. Have you noticed this? It happens. Now why when your daughter is given away in marriage, a lot of things are given with the daughter? Because your attachment becomes a little less, unbearable. The attachment is unbearable if you don't give anything. When you give something, that attachment gets little. How are you all today? Good. So, recap of what did we listen, what did we hear yesterday? There are 36 elements. The first is earth and the last is Shiva. 3 bodies, gross, subtle and causal body. Waking state, the gross body. Dreaming state, subtle body. Deep sleep, the causal body unconsciously. In meditation, causal body consciously. And that's how you draw energy. And then whatever is our fears, our anxieties, our resistance, our cravings, our aversion, those impressions stay in our subtle body. And the subtle body is the cause of next birth. That's the cause of our next birth. Now, what is the way to cleanse our subtle body? Meditation. So when the subtle body is full of positive vibrations, high energy, that type of life comes to us. The subtle body is full of negative energy, then lower life comes where more misery happens in life. And usually in life there is a little bit of mixture of positive and negative. If it is all positive, then it is angelical body. If it's all negative, it is demonical. If it is a mix of positive and a little bit of negative, human birth, human body. So that is how it all happens, and it's happening. Now you are attached to somebody. Yesterday there was a question how to detach from the people whom I am too much attached. One is through knowledge. When you get to know the knowledge, oh, this is all just the spirit is one, and we have one already one. The second, that's through knowledge. Second is giving them something. You are too attached to somebody, you give them a gift, your attachment gets reduced. Have you noticed this? It happens. So why when your daughter is given away in marriage, a lot of things are given with the daughter? Because your attachment becomes a little less, unbearable. The attachment is unbearable if you don't give anything. When you give something, that attachment gets a little reduced. This is one of the possibilities. It happens. So if you are so much entangled with somebody and then you give them something with this intention, or my pain of attachment should go reduce, it will reduce. You have to give that with that intention. So these people use it in the wrong way also. If you give someone with an intention, let this person go to dogs, that will also work. Sometimes taking gifts from people whom you are not very friendly with you is dangerous. Dangerous means it's not so good, because there are people who have a bad intention and they gave you a gift. And you take that gift, and that gift can give you those bad energy. So positive is also possible, negative is also possible. So, but you don't have to worry about it too much. But when you meditate or in the knowledge, these impacts are very much reduced because you are not taking anything. So giving also brings good karma. Good karma is freedom also. It reduces the attachments. What is mantra? That which rings in the mind and helps for you to overcome the mind. That is mantra. So, mantras, very good. Japa. Listening to mantras, create more positive. How many of you notice that? When you play mantra or listen to it in meditation, more energy comes. Have you noticed? You might have noticed. You may just put some filmy music, film song or some other music. Emotionally it is good. It just uplifts your emotion. But when you play mantra, it not only triggers emotion, it also brings energy. How many of you noticed this? That is it. The mantras that they also bring in more energy. Someone asked me a question yesterday. When Shiva is everywhere, why is it difficult to know? Shiva is everywhere. But to know Shiva, you need Shakti, you need energy. This room is here, but to know this room, you need light. Right? And the degree of light matters. When there is very little light, you cannot see, but a cat can see, an owl can see. Because owl needs only that much energy. But as human beings, we need more energy to see. And if it's less light, you can't read, but you can just feel it. There is right an amount of light, you can see, no. Like that, we need to have more energy. And how to increase energy? Meditation, japa, and Guru's presence, all this increases energy. You have heard about Kundalini, so many people talk about Kundalini. There are 3 types of Kundalini. One is called Para Kundalini. Para Kundalini, Kunda means pot. The whole universe is a pod, and the energy that is present in the entire universe is called Parakundalini. And then second level is called Chit Kundalini. Chit Kundalini is what you experience in joy, in serenity, in deep meditation. That is present. That can be experienced in the body. Then you have Prana Kundalini. Prana Kundalini is the lowest, the first level or lowest level. Prana Kundalini comes to you like a jerk. Just like a jerk. Fraction of a second. That happens when you learn your first Kriya. What is happening? Some energy gets activated. Doesn't it do? That's called Prana Kundalini. Prana Kundalini is the beginning, and when you do hollow and empty meditation, you sit, you find a little jerk, some sensation. It happens for just fraction of a second. And then if it is too much, it jerk becomes more and more. That can happen. For some people, they artificially try to do something, they get even bigger, shaking and jerk, and these things happen, Prana Kundalini. Chit Kundalini happens like a shower of light, like moonlight. It's calming, it doesn't come with a jerk. Chit Kundalini is what mostly happens. It happens around the Guru. It happens when you are going into deep knowledge. Do you notice when you listen to knowledge, sometimes your head, your brain, everything feels expanded? How many it happens? It just transports you into a level which is beyond prana, beyond the body. So, Chit Kundalini is very safe. Prana Kundalini, there are risks of people getting mentally a little bit deranged. So, I wouldn't prefer too many people going into Prana Kundalini things, because there is a chance of going really out of balance is there in that. But Chit Kundalini, that is not there, because it is in your consciousness. It can only take as much as your consciousness can hold. Whereas Prana Kundalini and body can get little imbalanced. So the purpose of Prana Kundalini is to get to Chit Kundalini. People give this Shaktipat, sometimes they go like this. Even in the evangelical thing, somebody falls down and they don't understand what it is. It is just little energy with a jerk, with a pump. It is brought in, and then that energy, makes you drop and forget all the other stuff. But it not necessarily take you to the next level. So many times they say, oh, Jubilee, hallelujah, oh, Lord is here and all that. So they get, no doubt, they get a little shift from a very negative mindset, but does not necessarily take you into a calm, serene, blissful state. Have you noticed this? So, Prana Kundalini gets stuck in one place. And it has its benefit, not that there is no benefit. There are benefits, that is you realize there are more things than the material world or whatever you have. And some of your immediate desires get fulfilled and your problems appear to be resolved. These sort of things do happen. That's why any prayer, any meditation, all has some benefit in the sense they get you out of the misery and gives you some hope and relief. But the next level, the Chit Kundalini, no doubt solves all the problems. It also bestows more benefits in life. Your wishes gets fulfilled. How many of you, whatever you wish gets fulfilled? See, it's your experience. May not be all your wishes, but most of your wishes. And what is right for you. Those wishes which has not been fulfilled, later on you feel happy. Oh, good, that didn't get her. Suppose you are in love with someone and then you couldn't get to, get to be with the person or marry the person. And after a while you suddenly realize, oh wow, it's good. I did get. Now I see the real picture of the person. So you come up with that. So, Chit Kundalini is superior in the sense it doesn't in any way derange your intellect or your physical status. And then Parakundalini, you cannot do anything about it. It is sheer blessings. And it happens on its own. And it happens for a fraction of a second. That's it. And if it happens, it doesn't happen at all. And happens very rarely. And you can't strive for it, you can't do anything. The more you strive, farther you go away from it. Because that is the craving. Oh, I want it, you can never get it. So all that you can do is to be content and just be, just let it be, and if it happens, happens. And that's the dimension, and it will take sometimes many lifetime to get the glimpse of Parakundalini. That is then the whole universe, the whole thing is, everything is within you. And you are not away from it and it is not away from it. The pure energy of the whole universe, it just becomes part. He is already part, you get a glimpse of it. And again, you cannot have that for too long because then the body cannot sustain, body will drop. So a glimpse of it is good enough. And once, twice, thrice, or sometimes such glimpses come, and for a few seconds, 1 or 2 minutes, maybe few minutes. And that's it. And a glimpse of Parakundalini makes the Chit Kundalini also very vibrant and strong. So this is all about the energy. And so the energy also has got 3 aspects. One is digestive aspect. Another is burning. It burns, it digests, and it illuminates. Energy has 3 aspects. Illumination. Another is digestive. Third is burn. It burns and makes it vanish. And in you, this energy does this all the time. When there is energy, your awareness is more. This is prakashika. That is which is illuminating. Are you all listening to me? Yes. Listening. This is what? Prakashika. This is illuminating. Seeing, listening, feeling, all this is illuminating. Understanding, illuminating. And then digestive is many things happen in life and you digest them. Means you don't even, later on you don't even think about it. You find it hard, but you digest, you can take it. Digestive. And then dahika, you burn things out. You have burned many things. Up till now, the past is burned down. Now you may ask, what is the difference between digesting and burning? They may appear similar, but not not the same. No? Pachika, you digest, you assimilate to you take it as a part of yourself, you understand. All your understandings are Pachika. You have understood, you have digested it. Dahika is you have burned them down. That those karmas are burned, are gone, and it no longer has any trace of it. It doesn't even remain as a trace. So these three types, the energy manifests in you. And whatever you don't accept, you hold on to, you are burning with it. Your miseries are you are burning with it. Your acceptance, in the simple terms, you have digested it. What you don't accept, you burn in that. And when you see the reality, it is enlightening. It just creates a wow in you. So when the energy is more prakashika, there is more happiness. When it is digestion, it is rajasic. And when it is dahika, when it is burning, let's say it's more tamogun, smoke comes from the burn. So there is, you are burning in it. So like that, all the three gunas are also connected. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. It is so intricate, no? So, knowledge is so vast, so deep. It's like any other physical sciences, like chemistry and physics. You study chemistry, the more go you deep. The structure of molecules, this and that. My God, it's so deep. And then carbon particles, and then how the molecules get formed. How intricate. In the same way, physics, the more you go deep into it, and then there is particles and subatomic particle, and then there's a wave function, and there is all that stuff. In the same way, you go in the nature of spirit, the science is so deep, so vast. You can write a PhD about it. You spend years going deep into it. Like cosmology, if you study cosmology, you don't stop by sun or 9 planets or 10 planets. You go beyond this to the Milky Way, and then you go beyond how many Milky Ways are there. And so the universe is infinity, and so all the knowledge is infinite. Universe is infinite, knowledge is also infinite. So it can go on and on and on. It's very fascinating. Now the art of dying. What do you want to know? First of all, you should know that you have no responsibility. All your responsibility is responsibility of a bigger mind, which has no death, which remains. In fact, the bigger mind, our higher self, is managing anything, running anything. Isn't it freedom? You feel so free. Oh, I have no responsibility. The bigger mind is taking care of everything. Second thing is, bless everybody. And know that everybody is not everybody. They are all just like shells in the ocean. So the ocean is life. The bodies are shells floating in the ocean. This knowledge, this awareness of this knowledge also brings freedom to the mind. Then the cravings and attachment, they just loosen up from you. Now, you are listening to me. Don't expect that to happen right away. It's not going to happen right away. But it's good to have it at the back of the mind, because sometime it comes to help. It just comes to your help. And then, keeping the mind or your intentions in a very positive state. As I said, that story yesterday, that story is an exaggeration to say what is your thought in the last moment of your life matters more than what you did all your life. The moral of the story is, towards the fag end of your life, you cannot have any craving, aversion, craving for anything other than the divine. So even if someone has done all wrong things all one's life, if the intellect is not attached to it, they have no karma. No karma at all. But this knowledge is given only someone who is very much established in the path, not earlier. Taking it for granted, you are all very well aware of the morals and ethics and everything. From here you can say, yeah, even if you have done the worst thing, it's not going to affect you. Why? You are not that stuff which is in action, but you are different from that. You are the witness consciousness. But this cannot be said to someone who is not on the path, who doesn't do meditation, who is into any form of intoxication, because he will misuse this knowledge, take this knowledge and continue to be in intoxication. That's why certain wisdom, knowledge is not given before a certain level of or certain status in the evolution, mental evolution. So when you are well established in ahimsa, non-violence, in truth and all these values, then you are said, even something has happened out of it, it's not going to bother us, don't worry. And so your intellect is not stuck with any impressions, pleasant, unpleasant, good or bad. It's too much to digest, right? So, a rat is eaten by a cat and the rat becomes a cat. Whatever you eat, that substance that you have eaten becomes you. Not just here, not just physically, but also in spirit or level of spirit also. Similarly, the fear of an animal causes its next birth. A mongoose spray is a snake, and snake is afraid of a mongoose. Then snake becomes mongoose. A bird eats the worm in the next life becomes a bird. A bird comes and takes the fish, eats the fish, and the life like that, the life changes. But humans will be born only as humans. Very rare case, 0.01% there is chances human becoming a chicken or becoming a cow or something in the poultry. It depends. Someone is dying thinking about a chicken or poultry farm, they'll be born there. But usually not. Very, very rare such cases happen. Humans are mostly born as humans.